Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta tag, reverse tag, Legends Limited unit and my build. So in terms of equipment and just in general, how good the unit is. So the reason I'm doing a build now is, well, one, I didn't do one back in the day, and two, GT's making a little bit of a resurgence. So GT as a category is kind of making a little bit of a comeback. Obviously with all the buffs, we're a little bit of a comeback, making quite a big comeback. Obviously with all the buffs that we're getting from just basically the GT celebration, we've got 2 Legends Limited characters. We've just got a lot. We've just got a lot during the celebration. The blue Goku, the red Super 17. We've got new equips for purple and red Goku. We've got 2 good general banner units in Bulla and Vegeta, and Pan and Trunks Giru assist. So we just got a lot. We've got a lot going on, and these guys by default are making their presence known. So obviously they are a tag unit. How it works is Goku's green type, Vegeta's reverse green. For people who don't know, that means he functions the exact opposite of green. So he is not strong against blue, he is strong against purple, and he is not weak to purple, he is weak to blue. I think that's how it works. But anyway, so reverse unit, but very interesting. Obviously the big factor is their main ability, that switch to Vegeta, reversing the element factor, drawing 1 new card, restoration of health, increased draw speed, -10 to strike and blast arts cost, and nullification of changing cover effects. All very good. That's kind of like their big thing. So you switch, or you enter the battlefield, you put pressure on, then you switch, and then basically you are able to kind of reload essentially. That's what most tag units kind of amount to. Every time you switch is kind of like a reload, so it's like being able to combo with yourself. In terms of cards and card abilities, there's nothing crazy. The strike has blast armor, which is nice. They reduce ki, which is pretty good with the strike attack. Always something that's super duper helpful. Then you have your special move, which deals massive impact damage. You get that 30% special move damage. You get that attribute upgrade, -30% to enemy sustained damage CUTs. You get that nullification of restore health when it reaches 0 effects. Destroys all your own cards upon activation as well. So that's the big thing. The blue card, at least when you are Goku or Vegeta, the big thing is that kind of destroying of your own cards. And that increases the damage and also restores your vanishing gauge. So if you're just basically throwing all your cards out, you get some really good buffs, like a full vanishing gauge restore and everything, which is good. Equip wise, mainly strike attacks, some good strike GT equipment that we have, basically strike and health is pretty much all we're looking for realistically on these guys. Both of them are strike characters or melee characters, so yeah, definitely something we're looking forward to. Their green card's probably their biggest combo carrier as well. Their green card essentially functions much like an AoE cleave attack. So essentially, if you vanish step in or break into a combo and you green card up, the opposition can't vanish step it. So green card's very, very, very good, especially if you manage to get in close. Allows you to refresh. It also restores your ki, health, gives you more damage, and reduces the opposition's Dragon Balls. So there's a lot that's nice. It's also comboable with your strike, melee attacks, etc. In terms of passives, there's nothing too crazy with them. They got increased critical rate when they switch, which is good. -15 to special arts move cost, which is good. When they enter the battlefield, they restore their own ki, reduce the enemy's ki when they're Vegeta, which is very good. And then, of course, if there's a defeated battle member, you randomly draw 1 card. You also get some buffs as well. They have knockback against strike cards, which is very good. And yeah, just in general, they're a pretty good card. They're good against health restoration units. They have that -15% to health restoration, which is really good. But yeah, that's kind of it. Honestly speaking, they're a good unit. Their big thing is they are squishy. So they're not by any means super tanky, which I think is something, I don't want to say you have to accept, but it's something, it's very difficult to change. So even with blue Goku, even with all the equipment and buffs that they got, unless you have them high star, they can be kind of nuked down. They don't have a lot of, they don't have like type nullification when they switch in. They've got the reverse element factor, and that's kind of it. Like, they don't have big nullification when they come in. They don't have all of a sudden like huge, how can I say, like, they don't have huge defensive mechanisms outside of their cover change, and they're definitely just more an offensive related unit. Their goal is to switch in, do combos, switch in, use their blue card, switch in, do damage, and yeah, it is something that's difficult to work around sometimes, because they can be blown up. Like, you can get comboed down with them. That's just something that can happen. It happens to me a lot. But when they do get their combo going, when you get your green cards right, when you get your tag switching right, then they can also be very oppressive, because you have the ability to counteract your opponent's switch in. So if, for example, they switch in a purple to kind of deal with our unit, maybe they switch in the SGSS Gogeta, we don't have to worry. We just basically say, cool, we're gonna just pump our switch ability instead of having to do a sub counter, which is good. That's really where they kind of put in a lot of pressure on the opposition. So yeah, of course as well, there is also, how can I say, like, that Dragon Ball control aspect to them, which is nice. The green card is good for comboing and is frustrating, especially for less experienced players to kind of deal with, because it doesn't give you a lot of room. You got to kind of dodge backwards. So they got some nice stuff about them. They're just squishy, and it's very difficult to resolve that. So rather just go in on the offense. Don't bother too much with trying to, make the unit only be a tanky unit or anything like that. They are, generally speaking, an offensive based unit, so keep them as such, build them as such, and you'll be fine. They got that reduction of key on hit as well with their strike and blast, which is good. Honestly, right now they're in a pretty good space. Obviously with Gogeta's green buff, Zenkai buff, or whatever it is, his green Zenkai buff doesn't apply to them. It's actually a Fusion Warrior buff. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You're not actually getting a double buff from them, but they do share in a lot of the GT buffs with Gogeta. They can both benefit from green Super 17. They can both benefit from green SS4 Goku. So there is room for benefit. That's where they have synergy. They also are more offensively related. Like I said, Gogeta is more defense, Goku is more defense, so it's really good, especially if you have Goku or 17, who are very much able to provide utility to these guys. You can have a really good time, like a really, really, really good time. But yeah, that's basically it from me. I like them. I think they're good. They definitely, a burst damage character. They're there for damage, they're not really there for much else, but at the same time they really are quite solid, and I do enjoy using them. And yeah, but that's gonna be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you did, and let me know if you want me to cover anyone else. But until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.